This is the Ministry of Truth, brought to you by Shikama Live. I'm still looking for a name. Anyway, this is produced by Boundless Enterprise LLC. Today I'm going to talk about, you may have seen the video of the Dallas police shooting a mentally ill man just for nothing. So the story is that a mentally ill son lived with his mother. The mother, of course, is about, 50, 60 years old. And the son, I guess he pulled a knife on her. I'm not sure. But she called, who did she call? She called the police. And I'm going to return to that fact in a second. The police show up. By the time that they show up, I assume the neighbor has a surveillance camera, and this is the video that went sort of viral all over the internet. And his surveillance of the interaction with the police is what we see. So the mentally ill guy is sitting in an office chair in the middle of the street. The police pull up and they get out of their car and they approach the mentally ill guy. And as they approach, he backs up. He starts rolling back in his chair away from the officers. They yell, stop, halt, what have you. He stops. They tell him to freeze and stand up. He stands up. His hands are down by his side, and they shoot him. That's it. Bam. And down he goes. He didn't approach them. From the surveillance tape, we do not see any knife, anything in his hands. And we can't see both of his hands in the video, because in the video, he has both hands resting on the office rolling chair. Right? The police said that he was wielding a knife. They feared for their lives. He made threatening motions. He approached them. This was in their report. And then the neighbor, I believe it was a black man, sent the surveillance video to the chief of police, the news, and what have you. The officer in question was suspended indefinitely, and the young man, it was in critical condition last I heard. Now, I see a pattern, and here's the pattern. So the mother is 50 to 60 years old, right? And here is what I want to say to all of you who are over 40 years old. The police that you grew up with are no longer, no longer exist. They don't exist at all. The police in their current form are not the police of 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 years ago. Do not exist at all. They do not come and solve problems. They don't do that. That is not the police. Now, I don't mean to scream at you, but get it through your thick head that the police of 60 years ago that you could call and they would come and solve problems do not exist at all. Do not exist. The woman is 50 to 60 years old. I see a pattern. I keep reporting these stories. About these idiots who call the police, and what do the police do? They shoot the person. Sometimes they shoot the person that called them for help. The police are not here to help you. The police of today are not here to help you. That is not their duty. That is not their mission at all. They're not here for that. They're not here to solve crimes at all. Get it through your thick head. That is not what the police of today are here for. There is no police that exists today that will come out and save you from anything. We have a couple of sheriffs. No, we have quite a few sheriffs who have gotten on the horn and said, do not turn in your guns. Why? Because the police are not here to save you. You need to save yourself. Why are you calling a policeman to help you with your mentally ill child, father, neighbor that you are taking care of? The police, first of all, are the wrong people to call. Who do you call? You call a hospital. You call a doctor. And the doctor will, and this is what, maybe we don't have this anymore, but get some orderlies out there and they will solve all of these reports that I keep reporting about, that the police show up and kill the person, killed a mentally ill person, killed a 107-year-old person, would be solved with some orderlies. About 5 or 6 black guys in scrubs, hold them down, strap them to a bed, throw them in the back of an ambulance, and it would be done. It would be done and over. And nobody would get hurt. Shoot him with some with Thorazine. I have no idea. Shoot him with something, calm him down, and have a mental health care professional talk to the person, and it would be done. The police are the wrong people to call. So those are the 2 points. The police have GEDs. They don't even have high school degrees. Why on God's green earth would you call a policeman to deal with something that somebody has to go to school for nearly 12 years to become licensed and a professional and be called a license to help with that sort of thing? The police are the wrong people to call. If you have a mentally ill person in your home, you should have a doctor, a psychiatrist, some sort of information like that. And if that person says, don't call me if they whip out a knife, you need to get out, you need to get somebody else. Just point blank. Why? Because I know psychiatrists and psychologists who deal with those situations. That's what they're trained for. And if the person that you're dealing with, if the doctor that you're dealing with tells you to call the police, you need to get a new doctor. You don't need to call the police. You need to get a new doctor, because that doctor is not worth the spit, the salt that's in your spit. Okay? This is truth. I'm sick and tired of reporting on these things where you call monkeys, you call baboons, you call hippos, you call gorillas. What does he know? He has no knowledge. He has a GED. He doesn't have a college degree. He doesn't have a medical degree. He didn't do an internship. Why are you calling a policeman? I don't mean to sound mean to the woman, but you called the wrong person. And I have zero respect for police. Zero, none. I will never call a police to protect me. Never. There is no, the two don't even go together. Police, protect? No. If I'm gonna think about protection, I'm going to hire private security. That's the only way that I'm going to think about protection. I'm going to make sure that I have steel doors, that I have internal security in my home. That's my protection. The police are not my protection. They have GEDs. They're idiots. Thank you for watching the Ministry of Tooth with Shikama Live. I don't know what to call it. I know I got about 20 different names, and people are talking to me. I'm over here looking at my Twitter, talking to me at giving me suggestions on Twitter, and whatever sticks. I'll have a vote. If all of you could follow me on Twitter, that'd be great, and we could just have a conversation all on Twitter, where I could have a vote, and then whatever wins would win, and that's what I'll stick with. Anyway, thank you for watching Shikama Live.